All right, who's here? Anybody here yet? Hello, good afternoon. Anybody listening? What time is it? Hi, Barb, Michigan. How's everything in Michigan today, Barb? Hi, Martha in Arkansas. Hope everything's good in Michigan and Arkansas. Hi, Carrie. I'm just cubing some potatoes right now, and I left the skin on them. Hey, Sybil. How's everybody doing today? Did you miss me? Seems like it's been forever since I've done a video. I don't know. It really hasn't been that long. It's hot. It's hot here too. Hi, Melissa. Melissa from Homewall. Hey. All right. Okay, y'all. I've been doing a little prep work so that it won't take so long, hopefully. Right now, I'm cubing some potatoes. I left the skin on. I washed them. And I'm just chunking them up. And I'm putting them in this casserole dish. I've got my oven preheated to 425. And this is something new. I've not ever made them like this before. But I've read some different recipes. You know, I've told y'all that I don't ever go just right by a recipe. I just kind of read through various recipes and then make my own modification. Well, I found this recipe for Greek potatoes, and they were like a lemony, buttery, garlicky potato. So I have chunked up these potatoes, just kind of cubed them up, and I melted about a half a stick of butter, and I'm going to pour that on them. And I'm going to go ahead and drizzle a little bit of olive oil on them too, just for good measure. Today I'm not gonna mess with chopping or mashing garlic. I'm just gonna use some garlic salt because I want salt and I want garlic. So I'm just gonna sprinkle them with a good portion of garlic salt. And I've got some lemon juice, just these little squeezy lemon juice, and I'm going to squeeze this lemon juice in here on them as well. Just a good couple squirts. I got some cracked black pepper in there. I'll let that go. And then I thought I might throw in a little bit of rosemary. I couldn't find my parsley. I know I've got it, but I got for it. So I love rosemary, so it goes a long way. So I'm just gonna throw a little rosemary in there. And that's pretty much it. Let me just give it a little toss. And I'm gonna see how these turn out. I've never had them like this, but I think they'll be good. I'm gonna go ahead and cover them with some foil for now. I may uncover them, you know, toward the end, try to let them crisp a little, but we'll see how it goes. So I've got my oven preheated to 425, so I'm gonna put these potatoes in because they'll take a little bit to do. So they're going. Back here on the stove, I actually have some fresh green beans out of the garden that I already cooked them. We picked green beans this weekend. We canned green beans, and I had a big pot full left that wasn't quite enough for a canning, so I put them on, cooked them, and I've got them back there on the stove just cooking down a little more, heating up. So they're really done, but I added a little more water to them. Gonna let them cook down a little bit. Check out my shirt. I don't know if you can see it, but it says, "The kitchen is the heart of the home." Yeah, that's what it says. My sweet sister-in-law made that for me, so I had to wear it. And it's written backwards, so the camera flips it, and you should be able to read it. I love it. All right, before we got started, I got my pressure cooker over there. You'll see that. I have put ribs. I'm making ribs tonight. So I went ahead right when I got off work and put ribs in my pressure cooker. And they are St. Louis style ribs. And I have to cut them because they don't fit. If I had a bigger 8-quart cooker, I could stand them on end and like stand them around in the cooker, but this one's not the bigger one, so I have to cut them and lay them in there. But I've just seasoned them with salt and pepper because that's what I prefer. But if you wanted to do a rub, you know, your favorite barbecue rub, then you could do that. And I have put them in, and I'm going to pressure them. I set it for 19 minutes, and I'm going to pressure them for 19 minutes, and they're already started. So when they get done, then I'm going to put them on an air fry and crisp them up. And I really like them that way. Donnie will put barbecue sauce on his, and I don't. I just like mine salt and pepper. That's just how I am. Kind of a plain girl when it comes to ribs. All right, so we're gonna let those cook too. Now, I'm gonna get something else started real quick here. Donnie and I went blackberry picking this weekend, and we found about 10 blackberries. So that's not enough for a pie. But my mama had some in the freezer, so I put my 10 blackberries in with hers, and I'm going to make a blackberry cobbler. So I'm going to first go ahead and put this on the stove, these blackberries, and I should have got these in a little quicker, but I'm going to go ahead and get them in right now. And that was about a cup of liquid, just where those had melted, had thawed up, and is watery, that, you know, water and juice that melted up. So I'm going to go ahead and put them on the stove, and I got about a half a cup of sugar I'm going to put in with it as well, because blackberries are good and tart, you know. I'm going to go ahead and get these cooking down a little bit and sweetening up. And hopefully they'll kind of make a little syrupy juice here. I have some cornstarch that I could put in them too. So we're going to have a blackberry cobbler tonight. And I don't make the hard kind. I mean, I don't know that it's really a hard kind, but you know, the kind with the dumplings and all that. Because that's just, we don't care for it. We prefer the dump kind. So it's like a cup, and you dump it all together. And that's the one we like. So that's the one I'm gonna do. So I've got a stick of butter, putting in my pan. Blackberry cobbler's your favorite, Sherry? I love it too. Haven't had one in a good long while. So I've got a stick of butter in my pan, and I'm gonna stick it in the oven. Make sure I got my ovens. I have two ovens, so I was make sure I was putting it in the right one. I have my oven preheated to 350, so I put that butter in there, and I'm going to turn my light on. Take that off so I can see what's going on down there. Hey, Tara. All right, so hopefully this will come up to a boil and just kind of start thickening up a little bit. I'll check on my green beans. They're boiling good. Now, when I cooked these fresh green beans, you know, usually when I cook my green beans, I just put olive oil and salt in them. But I did go ahead and put a little bit of ham skin in these, so they'll be real good. Of course, the olive oil and the salt is good too. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix up my batter, or I guess that's what you call it. The pudding part, or the breading part of my cobbler. I have a cup of flour, a cup of sugar, and a cup of milk. Now, if I was making a peach cobbler, in place of the milk, I usually put the juice that's in the can of peaches, like if you make it from a can. But I'm gonna put milk in this one. Let me check this. It hollered at me. Are you done? Oh, it is. All right. Well, I'm gonna get that turned on here in just a second. So I'm just gonna whisk this together and get all the clumpy lumpies out of it. My mother-in-law, she makes cobbler. She goes to a lot of trouble making cobbler, and she makes dumplings and puts in them, and lots of people like those, but we really just prefer the dump kind. So that's just what I do. It's what we call a dump. You dump in your flour, you dump in your sugar, you dump in your milk. I mean, I'm not going to turn down blackberry cobbler anyway that it is, but it's good just like the easy. Sometimes the easy way is just as good as the hard way. Sometimes it's not. It all depends on what you like, your preference. All right, I'm just gonna set that to the side for a minute. My ribs have hollered at me, so I set these on 19 minutes to pressure. I put them on right when I got off work so that, you know, that much would be done. And really, it's very quick considering it's ribs. So let me release this steam. Let that kind of come down. And I'm going to pour the water out and set it on air fry. Now, if you know, you don't have to do that. That's just going to kind of make it crispy for me. If you don't have an air fryer, you can put them in the oven, put them on broil. You can throw them on the grill for a little bit. That would be great too. But I've got this cooker, my Ninja Foodie, that's pressure and air fry. And the pressure part just, it gets them a little tender for you. So they're still gonna hold together. I do these a whole lot. And we really like them. Ribs, I'm weird. I know I'm weird, I admit it. Ribs is not my favorite food. Not a big rib person. But when I cooked them in this for the first time, I really liked them. And I was like, I really like these. So I've cooked them in here a lot of times. I don't know. I think it's, you know, there's a lot of foods that the thought of eating, I'm just like, I don't care for that. But once I eat it, and I'm eating it, I'm like, oh yeah, I do like that. That's good. Tacos is one of those things. You know, besides fish tacos. Now, I love fish tacos. Y'all saw me make those. But just regular tacos, I'm kind of like, meh, I'll pass. You know, it's just how I am about them. But there we go. It's down. Pressure's down. All right. Let me slide this over. Woo, it's a little heavy. All right, get my facial for the day. Hey, Crystal Gale. All right, so, that steam is hot off of there. Let me just lay my pressure lid over here. So now I just put these with salt and pepper in here and laid them in here. And I'm gonna kind of prop them up a little bit, best I can, so that it gets them good. I cut it in sections. I guess that's good enough. And let me get my other thingies here. Let me check my berries, y'all. Yeah, they're boiling. And I could put a little bit of cornstarch in it if I wanted to thicken it up quicker. And I may do that. It will make it look a little creamy, but that's okay too. Let me get my cornstarch down. These come in handy when you're short and you can't reach. Just so you know. Need a little bit of water. Alright. This is just going to thicken it up a little bit. And I don't really even have to put this in, but I'm just wanting to kind of hurry things along a little bit. So I'm putting this in my blackberries that I've got cooking in some sugar over here on the stove. And it'll just kind of make it gel up a little bit. Make that juice kind of thicken up a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put my lid down on my air fryer. Actually, no, I'm not, y'all. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm gonna pour the juice out. You can actually air fry them with the juice in. I done it a lot of times, but then I read they said if you pour the juice out, they get a little crisper. So we're gonna pour the juice out. Should have got a bowl. Because you can save this broth and use it. I'm going to get a little bowl and pour it in it. Okay. There we go. So I'm just going to put this back in here. And I'm going to set it on 15 minutes for the time being, and I'll check it and see how it needs to go from there. So let me set it. All right. Air crisp, and then 400, 15 minutes, and start. So it's going now. Let me go check my berries for my cobbler. And let me check my butter. My butter is melted. These are doing pretty good. They're still pretty thin. I want to see if they're sweet enough. See if they're sweet enough, or if the juice is. It's still tart, which you want blackberries to be tart because they are. So, hey Lori. So that's good. Just gonna let it cook another minute. Stir my bread mix again. Let me grab my butter out of the oven. So my butter is melted. It's good and hot and melty. I pour a pot holder looks awful, but I use it, so I guess it will. Alright, this is thickening up a little bit. I don't want it just totally thick because it'll cook into the breading anyway and be kind of thick, so that's no problem. Just let it boil just another minute longer, and that's hot, Julie. Don't touch the hot pan. Hey, Candace. Hey, Tiffany. Hope you're doing well. It won't be long till your new baby will be here. So happy for you. Has this not seemed like the longest week and it's just Tuesday? I don't know. And I've only worked one day. I have lots of time built up, in case y'all were wondering. So I took several days off here lately, and I had to take my mom back and forth to the doctor quite a bit, and I've had doctor's appointments, so So I know every week I come on here and I'm like, this is my Monday. Well, this is my Monday. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pour my flour and milk and sugar mix into the melted butter. These bowls here make me think of my sweet sister-in-law, Sarah. She gave me these bowls several years ago for Christmas. I told y'all every time I use something, I think of somebody. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and check out these berries. I really want them to boil down just a little bit more. So I'm gonna let them go just a little bit more, and then I'm gonna pour them in on top of the batter. And then I'm gonna stick it in the oven and just let it bake. I smell those potatoes. So for those of you just joining me, let me recap what we've got. I cubed up some potatoes. I did not peel them. I just washed them real good and cubed them up and put them in a glass dish. And I covered them with a half a cup of melted butter, a little drizzle of olive oil, some garlic salt, some cracked black pepper, and some lemon juice, and a little bit of rosemary. Then I covered them over with some foil, and I've got them in a 425 oven, just letting them bake. Back here I've got some green beans that I cooked fresh out of the garden. And so they cooked for several hours, and they're done. I'm gonna turn those off because I don't wanna burn them. I cooked them down for several hours, and those were fresh out of the garden. So I did put some olive oil and a couple pieces of country ham meat skin and salt, and just let them cook. It takes, when they're fresh out of the garden, it takes several hours of just cooking and cooking and cooking. Now when you can them and you open them up from a can, it doesn't take that long because they're already, you know, cooked some. And then in the air fryer, I now have some ribs that I pressured for 19 minutes in the pressure cooker, and now I've got them on air fry right now for 15 minutes. And they're looking pretty good, so I'm just gonna keep letting them go. And then here we're assembling a blackberry cobbler. I melted a stick of butter in my pan in the oven. I have got blackberries with a cup of juice and half a cup of sugar that's been cooking on the stove. And I'm gonna just pour that in. Now and let it go. And I might run my spoon through it a little bit just to kind of get it all through there. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and set this in a 350 oven, and I'm just going to watch it till it gets kind of golden brown on top, and then it'll be done. There we go, it's going. All right, now I have one more thing I'm going to make that it's pretty good. I don't know if Donnie will eat it tonight or not. It just, you know, it just all depends on how he's feeling and what he's wanting. I feel like I do have blackberry on me. I touched it, I felt it. I gotta find my can opener. All right, so this is something that one of my cousins told me about at a family reunion one time. And it was so good. It was a corn salad. I really don't even know what you call it. But you take whole kernel corn. And I think I made mine a little bit different. And I forgot one thing, of course. you're gonna know I forgot something. So I'm gonna drain this can of corn. I hear Fagin barking, but I don't know what he's barking at. And I'm gonna dump it drained into my bowl here. Alright, so now I'm going to take some green onion. Chop it up a little bit. You could use red onion, white onion, any kind of onion that you wanted, but I want these blades, some of the blades off the green onions in it. So I'm going to use green onions. I only got 2. I'm just doing 1 can of corn. Okay. Just break these up a little bit. Put that in there. Alright, I'm going to have to grab my gloves because I am going to put a jalapeno pepper in it. Did I turn my eyes off? So, get my gloves on. Hi Edna, hi Katie. So I'm going to cut up a jalapeno pepper. And this is a pretty big jalapeno. I am going to devein it. It's not quite, de-seed and devein, not quite as hot when you do that. So if you like a lot of hot, then hey, go for it. Leave those seeds and veins in there. This is a big old pepper, so I may just use half of it. I don't know, because I've only got 1 can of corn in here, so I don't know. I'm going to see what it looks like when I get it. Hi, Susan. When I get it going. Alright, let's see. We got people from everywhere watching today. We got Barb's in Michigan, and Martha's in Arkansas, and Susan is in Florida, and of course we got our Waynesboro, Wayne County, and Waynesboro and Collingwood people watching. We got some Cornwall people watching. Got people from everywhere. Yeah, I really got half of a pepper is enough for this. If you can see, it's quite a bit. So I'm gonna hold it up there, and I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze some lemon juice in it. Lime juice, not lemon juice. Lime, the green. I'll squeeze a little lime juice in there. And then I have about a 1/4 cup of sour cream and about a 1/4 cup of mayo in here. Let me just stir it up. I don't know. I think it'll take the whole thing. Probably really didn't need the whole thing, but we're going to put it in there. Anyway, and then I like this seasoning from Pampered Chef. It's called Southwest Seasoning. Of course, you can use any kind of a Southwestern seasoning. I'm sure McCormick and some of the others have a Southwestern seasoning or a Cajun seasoning. You know, any kind of a spicy seasoning that has just a Southwestern flair to it. I'm going to put 1 tablespoon in. And I'm going to just kind of look at it and see what we got. Yeah, I really did not need all that mayonnaise, sour cream, but I got it anyway. Yeah, Donnie will say, that's too much mayonnaise in there. Since I'm not making a big batch, if you were carrying it to a family reunion or somewhere, you probably want to use, you know, a couple, 2 or 3 cans of corn, so it kind of takes a little more. I probably should have done about half of the seasoning. of the mayonnaise. But I really think, let me check it out. I really think it may need some more of the seasoning in it. I'm gonna put another tablespoon of it because I like it. That's not gonna hurt it. All right, so now to top this off, I'm not gonna put them all in here right now because it'll make them soggy. And of course I didn't get a bowl, but let me get one. Oh yeah, I forgot one other thing. Hang on. I forgot my cheese. You gotta put cheese in it too. That'll help with some of the, and I'm just gonna put, that's about a cup. Let's see what that does. That'll help with the mayonnaise situation. Oh yeah, that helps a lot with the mayonnaise situation. About a cup and a half. That's what I put in there. So now it's looking better. Let's see. All right, so now to really make this good and healthy, you can top it with, top it off, put in there some Fritos. Now you can use any version of Fritos you like. You can use the barbecue kind. I actually had these little packs in one of those variety pack things. So these are actually the chili cheese ones. So I'm just going to sprinkle a few in mine because I don't want them to get, really good and soggy there. And we'll stir it up. And that just adds a little crunch to it. And there we go. And it's really good. That sour cream adds a little something to it. That is good stuff. Okay, so there's that. Now, see if I burnt my ribs. Oh no, they look good. I like them this anyway. So, check them out. And you can put any barbecue sauce on them if you want barbecue sauce. Now, this one, which is kind of the flap end, it was covered up, so it's not good and crispy. And I might pick it up, lay them down, and kind of put it on the top and let it go for a few minutes too. I'm gonna get me the bigger cooker because it's taller, and you can take those St. Louis ribs and you can just kind of run them around, stand them on edge, and just stand them up in there. So when I get my bigger one, buddy, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set this on about, I'm gonna put it on 7 minutes. Let's see what it does with that guy. My pie's still going good. Let me check on my potatoes and see how they're looking, okay? They smell good. Don't know how they're looking. Oh yeah. Let me see if they're getting tender. They are. They are tender. Okay, that's good. Because I didn't want them to be, hard. They are very good and tender. You could eat them right now just like they are. I'm actually going to leave them uncovered, and I'm going to set them back in there for a little bit and see if they'll get a little crispy. They may have too much butter in them, but I think they'll be fine. So it's all coming together. My cobbler is rising good and baking good. So, hey Theresa. Thank you, Theresa. So, we've got ribs cooked in the foodie. And I mean, I'm telling you, 19 minutes on pressure and 15 minutes on air fry, and really they're done, they're ready to eat. And if you want to put barbecue sauce on, you put barbecue sauce on. You want to put a rub, you can put a rub. I've been going to do them and put some kraut in them because I love fried ribs and kraut. So I thought that would be good. Or even like boiled ribs and kraut. So I'm just not a barbecue rib fan. I'm not a big barbecue fan anyway. I know, I'm weird. I like it better now than I used to. Donnie's got a smoker and he smokes some butts sometimes and ribs, and I'm getting to where I like it pretty good. But I really just like my plain. I'm more of a plain person when it comes to my pork. So we've got our ribs, we've got our corn salad, we've got our lemon garlic potatoes, and green beans and blackberry cobbler. So it's all coming together. I'm going to go ahead and get out a platter and to put these ribs on, and we'll see how they look laid out in a platter. Let's see. Trying to find a place to put everything. Get this cleaned up a little bit. I really hope everybody's had a good day. I'm telling y'all, somebody told me earlier, they said, I hope you're going live tonight because Facebook needs a little bit of Julie Ellen. So Facebook's been a little depressing. It has for me anyway lately. So hopefully I can put a smile on your face and make you laugh a little bit. I hadn't really done anything to make anybody laugh today, but you know, I moved my rugs because I I have those foam rug, I don't know what you call those gel rugs that you know you're supposed to stand on, help your feet and legs, and I always trip over them. I noticed in a couple of videos when I turned to go to the stove, I'd be like, so I stubbed my toe. So yeah, I haven't fallen yet, and I haven't cut my finger off yet, so things are good. Things are looking up. I'm gonna put my cornstarch back up. Hey, Jamie Ann, how's them boys today? Hi, Melissa Staggs. So I hope everybody is well tonight, and I hope y'all tried some of my recipes. I've been looking. Thanks, Bobby. I've been looking through a lot of recipes, just trying to look for some new things. I've still got some of my classic things to make yet that I haven't made. I'm thinking about maybe one night next week, or I might do it this week. I don't know. I'm thinking about doing fried chicken before long. I just do country fried chicken. I mean, just like pan fried chicken. I don't do anything fancy or special to it. And, you know, when I do it, all the bread might fall off. It'll be my luck. All the bread will fall off. But usually I have good luck with it. So, we'll see. We'll see. These potatoes are kind of getting a little crispy around the edges, so that's what we want. I'm really looking forward to trying them. I don't know. I hope they're good. Vicky did squash like I did. Did you like it, Roger? Did you like the squash like that? I did. I really liked it. Are you talking about the Parmesan or the fried? Hey, Lisa Lambert. Hey, Sharon. Tub and Sharon. I guess it's Sharon. Hey, Melinda. Roger, I know it's a little delayed on your comments, so I'm looking. You loved it? Was it the Parmesan? I'm wondering. I think it probably was. Oh yeah, that one got good and crispy now. The fried. Oh, okay, the fried. Yeah, that's even better. That fried is even better. You can't go wrong with frying squash, I'm going to tell you. You just can't go wrong with it. All right, so these are my ribs. And like I said, look, that bone's coming out of that one. Let me just take it out. Throw it in the garbage bin here. I just like them like this. They're like fried ribs to me. But now, Donnie will probably put some barbecue sauce on his. But for me, just like that is perfect. And like I said, some kraut with them. I love kraut with ribs. Melinda, you're going to have to get you one of these cookers now, girl. Lisa, you are frying potatoes, onions, and squash. Not squash. Can't find that right now. Did I put squash on my... I probably did. Roger, you pigged out. Just squash, cucumbers, and fresh tomatoes. Oh man, our tomatoes, I guess it was all that cold weather we had. They're just not ready. They're still green. And I want some. I mean, I bought some at the store, but man, I love fresh tomatoes and cucumbers. Well, you know, Roger, the other night, we had canned beans. I've got a big mess of beans left that I didn't have enough for a cannon. So I cooked them all day long. And that night for supper, I fried some squash. And all I had was, and I cooked an ear of corn. I don't know if y'all saw me cook an ear of corn in the microwave, but I'm telling y'all, it's awesome. So that's what I had for supper, was an ear of corn, fried squash, and green beans. And it was so good. I loved it. Oh, I'm sorry, Lisa. I'm a little slow. That was a Bigfoot joke. Lisa and Scott and I joke around about Bigfoot all the time. And so I'm a little slow. I didn't get your Bigfoot joke. Sorry about that. But y'all check out... Well, let me turn this thing off. Let me just unplug it. Okay. Check out these ribs. I mean, I cannot wait. So there's the ribs. Here's the corn salad. Of course, you want to put some Fritos in it. I just don't want to put them in there yet because I don't want it to get soggy. Corn salad. Let's check out these green beans. Garden fresh green beans. And let me check on my potatoes because they may be done. I mean, they're getting there. They could use a little more browning, but I'm going to go ahead and get them out. Woo, that's a hot pot. Some yummy potatoes. They still got enough butter in the bottom. I'm going to set them back in there for a minute. I was afraid they were getting too hot on the bottom. That's why I pulled them out. And let me check on my pie. It's getting there too. It's not hardly there yet. But let me see. Let me see if I can take you down here and let you see it. See how that cooks up over it? Oh boy, that's going to be so good. Can't wait. Get you back up there. You know what would be even better would be if I had some vanilla ice cream to go with that blackberry cobbler. That would be fine. Very fine. All right, let's see. Go ahead and plate up a few of these green beans. And let's shoot this. I like that crispy crust on these. Yes, I use this knife to cut those jalapeno peppers, so it might taste a little jalapeno on it. That's good. And let me go ahead and just get some potatoes. Call Donnie, tell him to pick up some ice cream. Well, that would be good, but it would be bad. I'm trying to watch it a little bit, but you know. It don't look like it tonight, does it? But I really should, that's a good idea, Roger. I really ought to call him and tell him to do that. I'm anxious to try these potatoes. Some of them have got a little bit of a edge on them, a brown edge on them. They're really buttery. I can watch it go down, can't I? Alright, I'm going to try these potatoes, y'all. Woo! Hot potato. They're good. They're really good. I probably should have put a little more lemon on them because they're not real lemony. I was a little worried about it. I'm gonna sprinkle a little on it because I was, you know, I was a little scared to put too much. And of course, there's my salad as it is. So there's our supper, and dessert is almost ready. That's good. And I know that the ribs are good. See, I can just tear the rib away from the bone with my fork. And it's tender. The pressure cooker made it tender. And like I said, you would probably want to put a rub on it. If you like, you know, rubbed ribs, you probably want to put a rub. And I started to put one on part of Donnie's, but sometimes he just wants it with salt and pepper too. So I just did salt and pepper tonight. But I started to make a rub and use brown sugar, some little cayenne pepper, salt and pepper, some cumin, or you can even put like chili powder in it, and just make garlic powder, make a rub out of that and rub it on those ribs, and it's really good. Let me check on this pie, y'all. I'm getting anxious for it. It's almost ready. It is almost ready. So that's supper, and if Donnie will get here, we will eat. I know the green beans are good. So I ate a bunch of those the other night. I may eat before Donnie gets here. All right, there's Sheila. Hey, Sheila. Roger, you just go ahead and text Donnie and tell him. I was looking to see if he's here. Just go ahead and text him for me and tell him bring some ice cream. I made blackberry cobbler. I couldn't believe we only found like 10 blackberries, but somebody had already been out there picking them, which you know, we didn't really know where to go. We just went a few places we'd seen some before. But Mama pulled through. She had some in the freezer, so I guess Mama gets some blackberry cobbler tonight too. I really wasn't too disappointed after I found out Mama had some, because I was really scared about the snakes. That's the worst part of blackberry picking down here, is the snakes. Does anybody got any blackberries or know where any blackberries are that's pretty clean that I could get to? Y'all hit me up, let me know. I could use a few more. All right, y'all. This cobbler is coming on. It's getting ready to get out. It's really done. I just want it to be a little browner. So I'm just gonna let it go for a few more minutes. If y'all can bear with me. Can y'all bear with me a few more minutes today? I don't know. What's everybody doing? What are y'all doing out there? Watching me? Has anybody got any requests this week? I have a couple of things in mind. Thinking about, I'll probably do stuffed peppers one day. I like stuffed peppers. Probably do those one day. Goodness, I don't know. Hey, Rhonda. How are you today? I'm waiting on my blackberry cobbler, Rhonda. It's almost done, but I'm still waiting. Can't rush a good cobbler. That's the worst part about trying to do this live, is trying to time everything so that it all gets done at the same time. Thank you, Rhonda. That's the hardest part. I ain't gonna say it's the worst part. But hey, did y'all see my hi Haley. We're just waiting on blackberry cobbler, Haley. Did y'all see my flower? I wanted to show y'all. This one is my favorite. That's my favorite color. You gonna have that? Yeah, bring some ice cream if you come. Those are the gladolias that Donnie grows, and that is my favorite color. Oh yeah, Ann Beavis, I did do corn on the cob in the microwave last week, I believe. I'm trying to think of what I cooked with it. But the way I do my corn on the cob in the microwave, Ann, is I wet a paper towel. I wrap that paper towel up or around my corn on the cob, stick it in the microwave for 3 minutes per ear. And it is so good. And then I get it out and it's popping hot, and I coat it with butter and salt. And it is so good. But I did that last week. I'm trying to think of what I made. It's in one of my videos from last week, and if you just go back and look back. Does anybody remember what I did the corn on the cob with? I don't remember. Donnie showed you the flowers he gave to his mama, BJ. They were beautiful. He picked my mama a big bouquet of those. My mama's birthday was the 22nd of June, and then his mama's birthday was the 30th of June. And so he picked mama a big bouquet of them, and then he picked his mama a big bouquet of them, both for their birthdays. So I did it with my baked chicken. That's right, that Aussie, the imitation Aussie Springs chicken. Thank you, Haley White. I could not remember. It's with that Aussie Springs chicken. Well, I don't think I called it that. It's a honey mustard chicken thing. Anyways, it was a baked chicken. It had chicken and honey mustard and cheese and bacon and mushrooms on it. And then I had corn on the cob on the side. So, I could not remember. It is so good though. It's my favorite way of just regular boiled corn, you know, just to eat boiled corn. That's my favorite way to cook it, is in the microwave. BJ, he does get sweeter with age. I will agree. And Roger, thank you for dropping that hint. He said the other day he wished he'd got some ice cream because it was on sale and he didn't realize it was on sale. He bought his mama some, but he didn't buy us any. He's hooked on that Bluebell ice cream at the Pig. He eats it more than I do, which I try not to. I could eat a lot of it, but I try not to, unfortunately. But if I had some tonight, I believe I would eat a little bit on that cobbler. It would be good. All right, I'm going to check it, y'all. I'm going to get it out. I know I want it browner, but it's good. I'll get it out and show it to y'all, and then I'll probably put it back in and let it finish browning up. But there it is, and it's brown. I don't know if you can see it, if it's coming through on the camera or not, but it's brown around the edge, and I just want that brownness to come on over it just a little bit. I don't like that black walnut, Roger. I mean, I like it okay, but I don't really care for it. Roger and Donnie are hooked on the black walnut ice cream. I'm not a big fan. I mean, it's good. I'm not gonna, actually I will turn it down. I can turn that down actually. So maybe he'll get that kind and it won't tempt me. If he put chocolate in there or vanilla, then I have a problem. But anyway, okay everybody, I'm just gonna finish letting that, probably another 5 minutes on that cobbler and it'll be done. So that's supper. Butter pecan, no, I'm not a butter pecan fan either. You know, Roger, when I was growing up, my mama always bought butter pecan, and I didn't like nuts back then. I like nuts now, but I didn't then. But she always bought butter pecan, so I would always eat the ice cream off the nuts and leave the nuts behind. So when I got grown, I said I don't ever have to eat butter pecan ice cream again. I mean, it's okay. It's all right. I just rather have chocolate or vanilla. But anyway, all right, y'all. That's supper. Thank y'all for joining me. I hope that you have fun and will try some of this. And I hope I put a smile on somebody's face today. And I just want everybody to stay safe and stay well and craziness to go away. So, y'all have a good night. Have a good supper. And we'll see you tomorrow. Now, I don't know if I see you tomorrow. I probably won't see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's church night, and it's just hard to do it on church night. So, I'll probably see you Thursday. So, we'll see you later in the week. Bye-bye.